Hi everyone, welcome to JE Max JE Mains Advanced Extreme Series of Season 2. Through Season 2, we are completely concentrating on a particular topic which is very important for JE Mains and Advanced, of which we are concentrating on the complex numbers, which is very important for JE Mains and Advanced. This is lesson number 24 of the complex numbers. So far we have completed 23 lessons successfully. And please don't forget to check the description, and there I am providing all the links of the previous classes also. And from lesson number 20 onwards, we are concentrating on problem solvings, which are, and I'm mainly concentrating on the problems of integrated textbook of icon textbooks, integrated math textbook. And exercise 4.2, we are concentrating. And in exercise 2.4.2, now in lesson number 24, we are solving problems from 15th one to 8th problems. Okay, my friends? Now, let us see. Now, see the statement. If z is equal to x plus iy, then find the locus of the following. Yeah, actually, the same type of locus problems that we have solved in previous lessons. Here, then solving those problems analytically, here I want to show them. You have to visualize the locus very carefully on the organ diagram. Then only you will get the complete knowledge on the locus. Anyhow, see the question. Z into Z plus 2 is equal to 3. Of course, Z into Z plus 3 equal to 2. For 3, that Z is equal to x plus iy into x plus iy plus 3 equal to 3. Okay. So, multiply this x into x plus 3 plus I square y square, that is minus I square minus y square. Okay. Next, plus I xy plus 3iy equal to 3. Now equate real and imaginary parts. So x into x plus 3 minus y square equal to 3. This is plus 2x. Of course, plus 2x is there. This is real plus 3x. You will get it. This is real z plus 2. This is 2. Sorry. So 2. 2. So real part you will get, and by equating the imaginary part you can get it. So one is this indicates what? A circle, and this indicates what? A line, a curve. A curve. Okay. And of course, next. This is important. This is very important. Amplitude of z minus 2 by z minus 6i equal to pi by 2. Whenever amplitude of this already I told in our previous lessons, z minus z1 by z minus z2 equal to pi by 2, then the complex number is purely imaginary. If the complex number is purely imaginary, then z plus z bar is equal to 0. Then z plus z bar is equal to 0. Moreover, the denominator is not equal to 0 here. That is important point. That means z minus 6i, it is always greater than or equal to 0. What is z minus 6i? X minus 6 whole square, modulus of this one not equal to 0. Always greater than 0. That is x minus 6 whole square plus 36 y minus 6, sorry, x minus 6 whole square plus y square greater than or equal to 0. That is x square plus y square minus 12x minus 12x. Sorry, my friends. Sorry, I have done a small mistake. This I can write it as what? Clearly, I can write like this. Here, this denominator not equal to 0. That means z minus 6i, that is not equal to 0. That means what? X plus iy minus 6i not equal to 0. That means what? X plus I into y minus 6 not equal to 0. That means modulus is not equal to 0. That means x square plus y minus 6 whole square not equal to 0. Okay, so this is important, of course. Actually, argument means this I can write that. What actually on paper? How can I write on paper argument of this one? How can I write? I can write like this. If z is equal to x plus iy, then z minus 2 by z minus 6i equal to x plus iy minus 2 by x plus iy minus 6i, that is equal to x minus 2 plus iy by x plus I into y minus 6. After rationalization, this is x minus 2 plus iy into x minus I into y minus 6 by denominator is x square plus y minus 6 whole square. Separate real and imaginary parts. So x into x minus 2 plus y into y minus 6, this is real part, and plus xy I into xy minus this into xy minus x minus 2 into y minus 6 by x square plus y minus 6 whole square. Now argument of z minus 2 by z minus 6i. This is pi by 2. That is tan inverse of this one, tan inverse of y by x. That is tan inverse of y by x means xy minus of x minus 2 into y minus 6 by x into x minus 2 plus y into y minus 6 is equal to pi by 2. Tan pi by 2 is what? Infinity. Infinity means 1 by 0 I can write conveniently. After cross multiplication I can get what? X into x minus 2 plus y into y minus 6 equal to 0. Equal to 0. After simplification, it is what? X square plus y square minus 2x minus 6y equal to 0. This represents what? So, and moreover, your z never be equal to this one. If it is, if xy, if a complex number is equal to 6i, then the denominator becomes 0, then nothing will happen. Okay, and moreover, that 3x plus y minus 6 is always what? Greater than 0. Because this z minus, here pi by 2 is given. This pi by 2 is given for you. So, z minus 6i, z minus 6i is always positive. Is z minus 6, that means real, it is not real part is always positive. So actually this is the way to find the locus of the problem, but here I am giving a hint, a small hint for you. With the help of this hint, you will understand that just without solving the problem itself, whenever argument of z minus z1 by z minus z2 is equal to pi by 2, that is either plus or minus pi by 2 or plus pi by 2 or minus pi by 2. If it is plus pi by 2, then locus of z is what? A circle with z1 and z2 as vertices of the diameter. So this here you will get, of course, by looking the information itself. If you are imagining, okay, here in the complex plane, one is here what is given? Z is equal to 2. That means one complex x plus x minus 2 and y. So 2 comma the points are what? the Z1 and Z2. Z1 is what? Z1 is 2 comma 0. That means here it is 2 comma 0. And another complex number is minus 6i. Minus 6i means 6i. That means it is in here 6. So this is the circle, you can get it. This is a circle, you can get it. And this is the part of the circle you are getting it. This is the locus. That's why this line always greater than or equal to 0 here that we have mentioned here. So locus of Z is what represents a diameter. My suggestion is solving the problem, getting this equation is nothing. Everybody can do. But your job is, whenever this argument is pi by 2 is given for you, the diagram is like this. And these are the extremities of the diameter. So this is circle, and moreover it shows the upper part of the circle, above part, not the below part. That's why here the diameter equation, this is always what? Greater than or equal to 0. That you have to practice. This is the beauty in the question. The rest of the things are nothing. But in a public examination, the story would be different. If you are writing this equation, they can give the marks. That is a different story. Whereas in the competitive examinations, they will concentrate more whether it is below this line or above that diameter. Only they are asking. Which part is important is the only point here. Argument means this is the argument. Why it is called pi by 2? Because this is the angle. This is the angle. This is Z. This is Z. This is Z1. This is Z2. That's why argument of Z2 minus Z2 is this is pi by 2 is given. That is plus pi by 2 is means what? It is in clockwise direction. It is in clockwise direction. So whenever it is in clockwise direction, then the anti-clockwise direction, then only we can consider that argument as pi by 2 like this. And under this case, the curve is like this. Okay. Now coming to the next one. Same thing. Amplitude of Z minus 1 is equal to pi by 2. What does it mean? Amplitude of Z minus 1 is equal to pi by 2 means what? Suppose this is the coordinate plane, organoid plane. This is origin. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. This is Z1 is what? 1 comma 0. Say this is 1 comma 0. Say this is my Z1. This is 1 comma 0 alias 1 plus I0. And suppose this is my P of Z. This is my P of Z. Argument of Z minus 1. Argument of Z minus 1. That is this one. Argument of Z minus 1. That means the line which making an angle pi by is pi by 2. So this is the angle made by the line is pi by 2. That means it is angle made by the line is pi by 2 means so it is like this. It is like this. So if I have drawn the figure like this, then only it is true. So it is the situation. It is the situation. So what it indicates? This is the locus. It is a straight line, first of all. It is a straight line. But it is the straight line above x-axis, not the entire line. It won't give the entire line. Clear? It is line like this one. It is an infinite ray. It is an infinite ray only you can get it. Because angle is pi by 2 is given. It is minus pi by 2, it comes down. It comes down. So this is the point here I would like to present through this video for you. Getting equation is nothing for you. Because argument of Z minus 1 is what? Argument of x plus iy minus 1. That is argument of x minus 1 plus iy. That is a tan inverse of y by x minus 1, which is equal to pi by 2 is given for you. That is y by x minus 1 is equal to tan pi by 2. That is infinity. That is 1 by 0. After cross multiplication, x minus 1 equal to 0. So x is equal to 1. Getting line is not important for me. Where here it is pi by 2. This is possible if x minus 1 is positive and moreover y also positive. That means y also positive. So this part indicates the line segment, the locus. So graphically, please visualize. Graphically, please visualize. So in that aspect only, these things I have mentioned in our previous locus problems. Please concentrate more on that and imagine the diagrams. Imagine the diagrams. Then only you will get the concept. Not these algebraic equations on paper or on the screens which I have shown as nonsense, not important for me. So that's why I am giving the hints also for you. Again, I am giving the hints. So if argument of z minus z1 by z minus z2 is equal to alpha, so locus of z is a what? A segment of the circle, not circle, not full circle. In general, everybody says that locus is a circle. No, that is wrong. Locus is what? A segment of the circle. That means upper part or lower part. Which part? That decided by the alpha. If it is positive, then it is upper part. It is negative, then it will be the lower part. Of course, positive in direction depends. Rotational direction indicates. That's why. So here it is what? Plus or minus pi by 2. Then locus of the circle is what? It is vertices of diameter. Because it is arc, so the situation is like this. Which one? For here, the situation is like this. Okay, this is P of Z, this is A Z1 and B Z2. So here Z minus Z1 by Z minus Z1 by Z minus Z2 is what alpha means. It's a segment of the circle. Segment of the circle means not entire, only first half part. This is also called a segment. Up to here also called a segment. Or this part is also called a segment. Or this part is also called a segment. Okay. Or this part is also called a segment. Whereas it is pi by 2 pakka, then the segment is nothing but what? A semicircle. A semicircle. If it is pi by 2, it is a semicircle. That's why you please go through these two results. And here in the fifth one, it is very clear. Already we derived some results in our previous video. From equation number 5, it is very clear that suppose this I can write it as x plus iy plus ai modulus equal to x plus iy minus ai. That means x plus iy plus ai means z minus some complex number z1 equal to z minus some complex number z2. That means pa equal to pb. It is nothing but what? Perpendicular bisector. So one is suppose a comma 0. One is suppose a comma 0. This is ai means a comma 0. It is like this. Another one is minus a comma 0. It is like this. Then what is the perpendicular bisector? Which is nothing but x-axis. And that is y equal to 0. This is the perpendicular bisector. Indirectly, they are asking the perpendicular bisector. So, if you are, while observing the concept itself, you are getting the diagram and you are visualizing the diagram, then problems of the locus are very easy for you. So, please practice. Already I have mentioned all these things very clearly, and you need to imagine and put everything on the paper. Then only you will enjoy the locus problems, and these kind of problems are important for objective type of examinations. Okay, my friends. So once again, argument of z minus z1 by z minus z2 is equal to alpha means like this, other than pi by 2, other than pi by 2. Then it indicates what? Part of arc of the circle. That means this part or this part. Okay. So like this argument. So like this argument. If it is plus or minus pi by 2, then it is what? Semicircle. That means either upper part or lower part. That's why it is upper plus or minus. Plus pi by 2 means it is upper part. Minus pi by 2 is it is lower part. Or left to or right to. That depends upon the diagonal. Diameter upper side or diameter lower side. That depends. That's why in 15th problem second, we practice the problem of that kind. Okay, my friends. Now coming to 15th, this one. Similarly, here it is also mod PA is equal to mod PB, which is equal to 1. Again, it is a perpendicular bisector concept. And of course, for this problem is there is no harm with the 6th, 7th problem, because mod z whole square is equal to x square plus y square. And it is 4 into real part of z plus 2. Real part of z plus 2 is what? X plus 2. So it is obviously a circle. It is obviously a circle. Similarly, it looks like what? Mod of z plus I whole square. That means PA square minus PB square is equal to 2. But what is 2? 2 2, does it the distance between I minus I whole square, that can I write like this? That is important point here. If that is the case, if PA square plus PB square is equal to AB square, then the story would be the different. It is a line. It is a line. That's why here I mean what I'm saying is, in organoid plane, if mod z minus z1 is equal to mod z minus z2, then locus of z is a perpendicular bisector of the line segment joining z1 and z2. So simply it is what? It is the perpendicular bisector of, after looking this, immediately you can say that it is the perpendicular bisector. What is answer to this one? My answer is, I'm least bothered about this answer. But for this one, the answer is the perpendicular bisector of the segment joining Z1, A comma 0 and Z2 minus A comma 0 on the organoid plane. And whenever this situation holds good, it is a simply a line. And whenever this situation holds good, mod of z minus z2 whole square plus mod of z2 minus z1 minus z2 whole square is equal to mod z1 minus z2 whole square. As I said now, it is a circle with z1 and z2 are extremities of the diameter again. Because this already also I have given the proof. Because the same thing holds good if this is P of z and this is A z1 and this is B z2. Since on semicircle right angle is formed, therefore PA square plus PB square equal to AB square. Whenever this condition holds good, it is what? A semicircle at which z1 and z2 has diameter. But it is minus here given, so it is a line. So you need to practice the locus of this kind and imagine the diagrams properly on paper. Getting analytical equations are very easy. See, for this one, we got the answer as this one. By just substituting x z is equal to x plus iy and collecting the modulus and finding the real, collecting the real and imaginary part, you will get the corresponding locuses. That is a different story. Okay. Now coming to this one. Yeah, here also again I am telling the repeat. I am giving the information. Here what? Here it indicates z1 is equal to 4i minus 4i, that is 0 comma 4, 0 comma minus 4. z2 is equal to 0 comma 4. So PA plus PB is equal to 10, where 10, this is not equal to z1 z2. Mod z1 z1 minus z2. This is not equal to. So when PA plus PB or when mod of z1 plus mod of z minus z1 plus mod of z minus z2 is equal to constant, which is not equal to z1 minus z2, see the third point, then locus of z is an ellipse. So obviously, if I have solved this, you can get that as ellipse. It's very simple. Mod of z plus 4i means x plus iy plus 4i modulus plus mod of x plus iy minus 4i equal to 10. This is nothing but square root of x square plus y plus 4 whole square plus square root of x square plus y minus 4 whole square equal to 10. You get this term that side and squaring on both sides, and after simplification you can get this as the answer. Circle, ellipse. Similarly, of course it is simple. Z square plus mod z whole square. Z square means x square plus y square minus 2ixy plus mod z bar means x minus iy whole square. X square iy whole square means plus y square minus 2yxy plus ikkada. Here it is plus 2yxy, here minus 2yxy equal to 2. That means you equate real and imaginary parts. That is a 2 into x square plus y square equal to 2. That is x square plus y square equal to 1, which is a circle. And of course xy equal here after by adding these two gets cancelled. You can get the answer like this. So it is simply what? A hyperbola. And again here it is what? Real part of z plus 1 by z minus 1. Real part of this one is 1. So whenever real part is 1, so first I need to find what is z plus 1 by z plus I. What is z plus 1 by z plus I need to find. So z plus 1 by z plus I, this I can write it as x plus iy plus 1 by x plus iy plus I. This is x plus 1 plus iy into, rationalize the denominator, x minus I into y plus 1 by x square plus y plus 1 whole square. Now the real part is, the real part of this one, real part of z plus 1 by z plus I equal to, what is real part? X into x plus 1, x into x plus 1 plus y into y plus 1 equal to, by denominator x square plus x y plus 1 whole square equal to 1. After cross multiplication, x square plus y square plus x plus y equal to x square plus y square plus 2y plus 1, x square y square cancel, and there you can get x plus x minus y equal to 1. This is the locus. So like that, you need to practice the locus of the complex numbers, and my suggestion would be, imagine the locus on the organic plane. Sometimes it gives a full-fledged curve, and sometimes a part of the curve only it processes. Don't say that it is complete circle or something like that, because in objective questions, they create confusion in your minds in that way only. So practice all locus problems thoroughly. Okay, and coming to this one, mod of z plus I less than or equal to 3. Mod of z plus I less than or equal to 3 means what? Actually, it is x plus iy plus I mod less than or equal to 3. That is root of x square plus y plus 1 whole square less than or equal to 3 by squaring x square plus y plus 1 whole square less than or equal to 9. This indicates what? Interior part of the circle. That means if you imagine the curved circle like this, that means center as what? 0, comma, minus 1. 0, comma, minus 1. That means the circle center is like this and radius is 3. So you imagine the circle with the center as 0, comma, minus 1 and radius as 3. You draw the circle like this, and this indicates what? The interior part. This is the region. This is the region. So in objective questions, this indicates the locus is exterior of the circle, interior of the circle with the center as 0, minus 1, radius as 3. Something they may ask. In this case, this will helpful for you. Please draw the diagrams also simultaneously. Getting this equation is not at all the important task for you. Now coming to 8th problem. W is equal to z by z minus 2y. W is equal to z by z minus 2y, where mod z is equal to 1 is given for you. That means mod W is equal to 1 means mod of z by z minus 2y, mod of z by z minus 2y equal to 1. Of course, it is mod z is equal to mod of z minus 2y. Again, it is a perpendicular bisector. This is a line, perpendicular bisector of line joining the points 0 and 0, comma 2. Mod z minus z1 is equal to mod z minus z2. Then locus is what? Locus is a perpendicular bisector of segment joining z1 and z2. Please, my friends, please practice and draw the diagrams, convenient diagrams like this. If you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon, and you will get the next lesson soon in continuation to this complex numbers. Thank you.